Hello everyone, and welcome back to yet another film review. Last time we covered the live-action remake of Pinocchio, but this time I'm going to be reviewing the Disney Plus original movie Hocus Pocus 2. Now, Hocus Pocus 2 is the long-awaited sequel to the 1993 cult classic Hocus Pocus. In that movie, the Sanderson sisters, played by Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy, are brought back to life 300 years after being hanged when Max Dennison inadvertently lights the black flame candle on Halloween night. Hocus Pocus originally came out in theaters July 16, 1993, and it was met with a poor box office reception. But it did air annually on Disney Channel and Freeform every October for the past Lord knows how many years, resulting in the film being a cult classic. Now, does that movie still hold up to this day? Well, I've only seen this movie 5 times in my life, but never as a kid. I know some people might point fingers asking why I had to wait until I was a grown adult to see it. I apologize. My first viewing of Hocus Pocus was on Hulu, before the days of Disney Plus. The other 4 times, I just watched it on Disney Plus. Hocus Pocus is a very entertaining comedic Halloween classic beloved by many. 29 years later, it still holds up pretty well. I especially love the performances of Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy as the Sanderson sisters. I did enjoy watching the protagonists try to stop the sisters, but the Sanderson sisters are by far some of the most iconic villains in any Halloween movie to date. Probably not worthy to be included in Kingdom Hearts, unlike The Nightmare Before Christmas, but Hocus Pocus is still a fun film to put on every Halloween with your friends and family. So it would only make sense for them to make a sequel years later. And now we have Hocus Pocus 2, which is now streaming on Disney+. I plan on doing a film review for Disenchanted later this Thanksgiving, because that is a sequel to one of my personal favorite films growing up. I was in middle school when Enchanted first came out, and upon seeing the first trailer for Disenchanted, my inner child just leapt for joy, but we'll save that for another time. So anyway, here are my thoughts on Hocus Pocus 2. It's gonna be difficult to talk about this movie without spoiling, so I'm gonna do my best. Hocus Pocus 2 centers on 2 friends named Becca and Izzy. Becca is a witch herself, and she and Izzy light the black flame candle on Halloween night and bring back the Sanderson sisters after their major defeat in the original Hocus Pocus. So now they have to stop the witches from running amok. There are only 4 returning cast members, the Sanderson sisters themselves, and Doug Jones as Billy Butcherson. Not to be confused with Billy Butcher from The Boys. Fucking diabolical. I like the new protagonist in this movie, but what really stands out is the Sanderson sisters themselves. Here we get to see more of their backstory and how they became the most powerful witches in the world, especially Winifred and her Book of Spells. And just like the first movie, they have an elaborate musical number, but I'm not going to say which songs they sing, but one of them is guaranteed to be a Halloween hit for eons to come. I'm giving Hocus Pocus 2 a 9 out of 10. It's a fun sequel to an already fun movie from 1993. They played on nostalgia from the original Hocus Pocus, while expanding on the lore by not only including a new decade for them to run amok in, but also giving them backstory and how they ran into a witch who was played by Rebecca from Ted Lasso. This is to see where the sisters come from before they turned Thackeray Binks into a cat, and they did that very well. Stay tuned for my upcoming reviews of Black Adam and Disenchanted coming soon, as well as Sonic and Sonic and Infinite World of Pain Part 3 and Sonic and Sonic's review of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Until then, I'll see you all next time. Happy Halloween!